Well, my name is Elisabeth Johnson, and I'm the Deputy Executive Director for the Houston Justice Coalition. One of the issues that we are trying to tackle here in Texas and in Houston is criminal justice reform. I know we're talking about having pretrial releases, meaning those individuals who are nonviolent offenders, making sure that since they're not a threat to the public, that they actually, they're released before, like they're not in a holding cell. That's one of the issues we're trying to tackle. Another is just making sure that those individuals who are nonviolent offenders and are currently sitting in jail for, let's say, 5-10 years for something as minute as having an ounce of marijuana, that they're, that they get out of jail as quickly as possible. There are a few politicians, there are a few individuals throughout the community who kind of just think that everything is okay the way that it is. So that's kind of where we're stuck. We're trying to get through to those judges, those police officers, or just individuals throughout the community who think that, well, if you do something this way, that, it should be, it'll go the right way, and that's not necessarily true. So I think it's just kind of getting through to people and helping them actually understand that there is a problem. It may not be as big of a problem here in Houston, but it's still a problem. So that's really where we're kind of stuck, just changing the way people think in regards to criminal justice reform, and that it's actually something that needs to be done. A lot of people think that if we actually have pretrial releases where we release some of the individuals who are nonviolent offenders, they feel that if they go out into the community, they're going to be dangerous. That's not necessarily the case because they're nonviolent offenders. There are some states where they've closed a few prisons, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the population goes down. It actually has increased. So that's another misconception. With the past election that we had in November where we elected District Attorney Kim Ogg, she's publicly stated that she's not for having a lot of nonviolent offenders in jail and reducing their crimes, especially when it comes to, if it's a drug charge or something like that. So that's definitely a step in the right direction. This past election, we also elected a lot of judges, new judges, not just, those individuals who have been in office for a while. Of course, in the 85th legislative session that just ended, there was the passing of the Sandra Bland Act. So that's amazing, and that's where if those individuals who are in jail, that we make sure that, they make sure that they're safe, and that other people are held accountable if something does happen to an inmate. So that's a step in the right direction. So I think here in Texas and Houston, we're doing wonderful things in order to progress. It's just kind of making sure that everyone's on the same page and everyone gets it.